Have y'all ever seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
You remember how that girl in there, the people that was racing, she was the glitch.
Yeah.
You telling me they don't look at me like the motherfucking glitch? You telling me people don't look at Kanye West like the glitch right now? And she was on the side of the video game the whole time. It's in my code.
This video is about Ye. Well, most of y'all know him as Kanye. And listen, I do miss the old Kanye. Unrespectfully. I didn't wake up one day and decide to make this video. It kind of just happened. One minute, I'm watching Degenerosity's I Miss the Old Kanye video. The next, I'm deep in a rabbit hole of Kanye album rankings, funny moments, old and new interviews, memes, and somehow I ended up here. Finally saying what's been on my mind for really like a decade. I don't hate being a Kanye fan at all. I just moved on. The more unhinged his statements got, the more Twitter meltdowns he had, the crazier situations he threw himself into. Bro really be failing the QuickTime events again and again. His brain is cooked. Like maximum overdrive cooked. Just fucking divorced from reality. What do you think could have done it? Kardashians? Fame? White nationalist, penis plundering opportunist? Some people think he's trolling. Some people think he's speaking truth to power. Some others think he's a jackass.
Do that.
He's a jackass.
Why would he do that?
He's a jackass.
But as I say it and as I talk about it, really, what the fuck happened to this man? You can say he's all these things and doing all these things, but what made him go from this
George Bush doesn't care about black people
to this?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
Think about the songs he used to make. Bro made Through the Wire, All Falls Down, Touch the Sky, Roses, Heard 'Em Say, Hey Mama. If you're looking at these old songs of his, does this really look like the same guy? Kanye, as far as I can tell, was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016. At least when he tweeted that he was first on medication. And from looking it up, he may have a touch of mania too. I say a touch, but really a truckload. Maybe a Freightliner. But some of the symptoms of him include being grandiose.
So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Pressured speech, rapid incoherent speech, aka saying dumb shit.
Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
Tangential thinking is jumping from one topic to another with no clear link.
And he goes on to tell me about the way it works. And what he said is, you are a celebrity. So basically what's gonna happen is there's product here. And this is where you end up, right here. If you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product. Cause look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? What the f does that mean?
Kanye's mind is moving too fast for even Kanye to keep up with. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't call him Ye. Ye is just a stupid ass name. It's crazy work picking the name that's a meme version of the word yeah. Yeah.
Now what?
That we bring jobs into America and that we provide a transition with mental health and the American education curriculum that Jim has worked on. Larry Hoover also has a curriculum that he's worked on. We have Montessori curriculums that we worked on. WeWorks has a beautiful curriculum. The Waldorf establishment has a curriculum.
What the f does that mean? I see good things about Hitler also.
Medication seems to help when he takes it. He's publicly admitted that he stopped taking his meds. Like, this is common with bipolar disorder. People miss the highs, so they ditch the pills. And you can clearly see when Kanye's medicated versus unmedicated.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Or at least coherent. But none of this really answers the question. How did he develop this way? Well, we can just look at Kanye over the years. And over the years, Kanye has been surrounded by meat riders, by a lack of privacy.
How's it going, Kanye?
Don't say anything to me, man. Like, stop asking me questions. You out in front of my house at 4 a.m. Come out, how's it going? It's not going good.
By enablers and by morons. Often there's an overlap. People with clear soft spots in their heads who think that Kanye, all the crazy shit that he's saying, is true somehow. I'm not necessarily about to cry for a millionaire or a billionaire, but given the obvious mental illness, it's pretty fucked up. It's profitable to ride the gravy train. Why would you derail it? So who's going to tell him, hey man, you need help? And if they are, they're probably overshadowed, overburdened, or even pushed away by either other meat riders or Kanye himself, or both. You're messing with my money. I don't care about the this guy. Get the fuck out of here. Because you know, as far as being crazy or whatever, if it was a regular dude acting like this, their family would intervene. Their friends would step in. But Kanye? Nah. Let's invite him on a show. Let's take a bunch of pictures in his face. Everything's like a recipe for a disaster. And I'd say for the most part, we're all part to blame. Because spectacle is profitable. Spectacle is what people want to see. But by the time that we've gotten to this point, I would say the fame damage has already been done. But in the latter half, he got more of the following. He was surrounded by ridicule, by scorn, by criticism. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but when someone likely having a mental illness problem or having a breakdown is acting like this, that's likely going to make it worse. All because of fame. The pressure. The more famous you are, the less quote unquote normal you get to be. Kanye's had some weird moments before, but now he's cooked. People act weird all the time when you think about it. The difference is Kanye doesn't have the luxury of privacy, so all his weirdness is out in the open. Fame itself can make you crazy. I made a video about fame already, feel free to check that out. But the outcome really isn't that surprising. Still though, is it just fame that's made this man this way? I don't think so. Let's go all the way back to 2007. I know that's like several different eras ago. It just kind of gives me whiplash. Graduation had just dropped. Ye really was in the building. He was killing it, but he was still the confident but grounded Kanye. Think about the interviews that happened around this time. He was charismatic in the interviews. He was egotistical, but you could see that he was still in control. He was a mama's boy. Donda West was his biggest supporter. His mom had a really big role in his life. She was his manager, his mentor, his bestie. She believed in him like any good mom should. She believed in him like no one else did. The thing I hate about reality is it doesn't care about your happy endings. And on November 10th, 2007, his mom is no longer on this earth. And Kanye was already dealing with the pressures of stardom. Imagine getting a call while you're doing your job, and guess what? The person solely responsible for bringing you into this world, your number one fan, your everything, your cheerleader, your support, your rock in a turbulent sea, your everything, gone, and you'll never see them again.
Empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself.
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back. To go
you ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the...
It's obvious for most people the music is a telltale sign of what an artist is feeling or what they're going through at that point in time. Art is the soul's canvas. People use their feelings to create. Even if you weren't paying attention fully, you could kind of tell that there was a change happening. Easily you could see that there was more emotional instability. There was more public outbursts. Public meltdowns became more frequent. And you can also follow the music shift, where college dropout, late registration, and graduation really just felt like the kid in Kanye dealing with a coming of age. When I think about post Donda, 808s and heartbreaks to me really felt like the 5 stages of grief. And at the time when I was little listening to it, I didn't even know his mom had died. I didn't know his mom died for years. But when you go back to it and you realize that, it all makes more sense now. And by the time he got to Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, at that point I don't even think he was at a crossroads. I think he was at a multi-directional intersection. If everybody made music, you could check that for their vital signs. And I'm not excusing what this man has done and said, I'm just telling it like it is. Because when I think about it, Kanye is like me. He's a dork, a dweeb, a brown nerd, a mama's boy. He would fight the universe for his mom. And I would too. And you probably would too, barring your mom isn't a jackass. Losing her probably sent him off the deep end. And I've said it for years. If that happened to me, I'd go crazy too. And I know some people will say, well, he was just saying crazy things before his mom died. And sure, you can say that. But think about all the instances of his most extreme moments back then versus now. You know damn well it wasn't this bad. That's someone deteriorating. Crazy doesn't go in a straight line. Usually nothing does. Everything fluctuates in a general direction on a graph, no matter what. I think Ye is Kanye's out of control alter ego, his dark passenger. He's always had this demon in him. We all, for the most part, have demons. With his mama's boy's compass gone forever though, he just roams the earth, in and out of unraveling, lashing out and talking out of his anal glands. The more something or someone means to you, when it's taken away, the more of you leaves with it. I've had it happen to family members. It's not that surprising when you can literally die from a broken heart.
When I become my mama's boyfriends, he walked in our lives. I was only 5. Superman pajamas, I was super duper fly. Sitting there like, why? He at least super size. You know, I scrutinize like, who this newer guy? I'm my mama boyfriend. I'm a little husband. I was the man of the house when it wasn't.
Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Do with that what you will. Hit that like button, comment, share wherever you share things, and if you would be so kind, super thanks definitely helps out. It definitely helps out make stuff like this. Cash App definitely helps if you ever want to send some video ideas that you want me to do. I'll be glad to check those out and do them. The biggest support you can do is watching all the way to the end, so I graciously appreciate you. Likes, comments, subscribes, all that good stuff. Definitely welcomed and loved when they're received. Anyways, that's pretty much it. See ya.
Which one of y'all kicked me?